living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament. We are moving on to the Class 2A semifinal. It is the 1 seed Waverly-Shell Go Hawks taking on the 4th-seeded Pella Dutch. Hello once again, everyone. Blake Walker along with my partner Austin Oliver from the sunny, warm capital city of Des Moines. We are back for our Class 2A semifinal. Just coming off a wild 1A semifinal where Gilbert came away with the victory, 1-0 in double overtime. We get a good one here with Waverly-Shell and the Pella Dutch. These two teams played each other back earlier this season, and it was the Go Hawks who got away with the victory, 1-0 over the Pella Dutch. Waverly, state champions 2 years ago, lost in the state championship game last year to Dallas Center Grimes. Austin, this team has been a part of the last 3 or 4 state title games here. Waverly-Shell has. They have a lot of sights set ahead of them. They can get there, and that's the thing. They're just really good at getting there.
Yeah, Dynasty kind of comes to mind for the last several years here for them, just always being a player here at the state tournament and during the regular season. So these girls are going to come in with a ton of experience. Not that Pella's any slouch, 14 times here as a state tournament as well, but the last qualified in 2019. So it's been a little while since they've been here, and a lot of these girls are not have been a part of that last time that they came here. So they'll be dealing with a little bit of inexperience compared to a ton of experience that's going to be coming in with the Go Hawks.
Waverly-Shell making their 10th straight trip to the state tournament, 17th appearance overall. They reached the last 2 Class 2A title matches, winning in 2021 and then falling to Dallas Center Grimes in 2022. Take a look at Pella's road to the state.
Pella's coming in with a 15-2 record. They defeated Adele DeSoto Minburn 1-0 in the quarterfinals off of a goal by Abby Warner. A couple saves by Haley Van Hoyling. Taking a look at Waverly-Shell They come in with a 16-3 record, defeated North Polk 4-1 in the quarterfinals. Pretty dominant performance by them with a late goal from North Polk at the end. Mia Eglin, Cindy Bieneman, and Anaka Ott and Addie Jewell, 1 goal each, and a 4-1 win for them coming into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, it has definitely been a busy week so far. Both these two teams sitting here in the semis, trying to move on to the state championship game. Could have an all-Little Hawkeye Conference championship game if Dallas Center Grimes takes care of business against North Scott. Obviously, DCG steamrolled Marion in just one half, 10-0. as they beat the Wolves. So should be an interesting day of soccer ahead. We will step aside for a quick second, and we'll be back to get you ready for your starting lineups. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Hello. I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state soccer tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. And to help celebrate this achievement, the Iowa Farm Bureau provides commemorative soccer balls for each team competing in the state tournament. These keepsakes are a great way for these athletes to remember their experience here, as well as the teammates, coaches, parents, teachers, and mentors who've all played an important role in their journey. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament. Blake Walker, Austin Oliver with you here for our Class 2A semifinal. It's the Waverly-Shell Rock Go Hawks taking on the Pella Dutch. Coming off a overtime game, so we're a little bit late here, but not as late as I thought we were going to be. I think they shortened the time up in between games just a little bit.
They definitely did. I just took a peek over here, wondering when I was going to have to be back up here, and it was already almost time for us to get rolling again as both the teams are getting ready to go here.
Very, very quick turnaround here at the County Sports Complex, as both our game and the game over here between North Scott and Dallas Center Grimes pretty much going to get started on the exact same time. There's a lot going on today. You still have to fill time between girls and boys and trying to get everything done. High of 84 right now in the Metro. We're going to send it down to our PA announcer as the teams are starting to come on out for our Class 2A semifinal. We'll send it down to our PA announcer for your starting lineups.
Good afternoon, soccer fans, and welcome to County Soccer Complex for the 2023 Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament and this 2A semifinal match between the Dutch from Pella and the Go Hawks from Waverly-Shell Rock. And now let's meet the teams. First, the non-starters and assistant coaches for the Dutch. Number 0, Madison Holland. Number 2, Jillian Wright. Number 3, Lizzie Newman. Number 4, Abby Heatbrink. Number 5, Sarah Hartman. Number 7, Lexi Bryan. Number 9, Taylor Samini. Number 12, Kyler Hartson. Number 19, Haley Amos. The assistant coaches for Pella, Brittany Rouse and Brianna Vandenoord. And now let's meet the starters for Pella. A senior, number 1, Haley Van Houweling. A senior, number 6, Kaylee Van Polen. A sophomore, number 8, Claire Smock. A junior, number 10, Abby Warner. A senior, number 11, Mia Warner. A senior, number 13, Annika Stoltzhus. A sophomore, number 14, Lauren Mace. A senior, number 15, Lily Davidson. A freshman, number 16, Avery Hunsinger. A senior, number 21, Tatum Carlston. And a senior, number 24, Eliza Van Zee. Head coach for Pella is Mark Howard. And now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for Waverly-Shell Rock. Number 0, Stella Reichertz. Number 4, Jalen Kent. Number 6, Maya Behrens. Number 8, Lily Stowe. Number 11, Mallory Nuss. Number 13, Kennedy Wikers. Number 16, Sydney Bachman. Number 17, Addie Jewell. Number 19, Molly Hunselman. Number 21, Mia England. And number 22, Emma Smith. The assistant coaches for the Go Hawks, Zoe Campbell, Sarah Campbell, and Miranda Kurt. Now let's meet the starters for Waverly-Shell Rock. A junior, number 0, Caitlin Egena. A senior, number 2, Kiri Holmquist. A senior, number 3, Gabby Baumhofer. A sophomore, number 5, Amelia Abben. A sophomore, number 7, Sydney Bieneman. A sophomore, number 9, Gracie Abben. A senior, number 10, Anna Stromberg. A senior, number 12, Lindsay Overman. A freshman, number 14, Addie Ott. A freshman, number 15, Annika Ott. And a senior, number 23, Allie Seegers. Head coach for the Go Hawks is Scott Shara. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our officials for this afternoon's game. Your referee, Amos Purcell. Your first assistant referee, Blake Morrow. Your second assistant referee, Nicole Scuppin. And your fourth official, Rob Sorey. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck to both teams. Let's play some state semifinal soccer.
Starting lineups have been set. We are just a couple moments away from our Class 2A semifinal. One-seeded Waverly-Shell Rock taking on the four-seeded Pella Dutch. Pella this season, 2 losses on their record to Dallas Center Grimes and Waverly-Shell Rock, two of the 4 teams here at the state tournament in the class semifinals. Waverly-Shell Rock went undefeated the entire season and then slipped up on the last night of the year at Norwalk, 2-1 loss, but they have since recovered and beat Grinnell and Xavier with a total score of 15-0 in their state bracket, I should say, to get here to the state tournament. Abby Warner is going to be the one to watch, Austin. She has 45 goals this season for the Pella Dutch. It's kind of a 1-2 punch, Warner to Warner. I think we're going to be saying that a lot between her and her sister Mia.
Yeah, pretty extraordinary set of goals there for her. Going to be looking forward to seeing her probably for the first time this season for myself. Excited to see her, and it'll be a good test for her up against a tough Waverly-Shell Rock team that's seen a lot of goal scorers like this before.
Yeah, it is, and it's going to be one of those games where just got to kind of buckle in tight. Weather is at the hottest it's going to be today. Highs up near the 90s. There's a little bit of wind blowing to the southwest. Waverly-Shell Rock is in all yellow with black pants, and Pella in their all-white kits with green numbers. I like Waverly-Shell Rock's back numbers, nice and bold and big for us to be able to see. We're ready to go. Class 2A semifinal. Winner gets the winner of North Scott and Dallas Center Grimes as we are off and running. These two teams met earlier this season. It was the Go Hawks who got the victory, a 1-0 victory. We've already seen 1-1 seed go down. Can Waverly-Shell Rock hold off a hungry Pella Dutch team out of the Little Hawkeye Conference and move on to the state championship game? As that one goes out on the far line, and the Dutch will throw in as we're just off and running here at the state soccer tournament. Good crowd on hand for both teams. Not easy drives by any means, but
be a feeling out period here for the first couple minutes here, trying to ride a wave of the start of the game and some emotions and mentally check each other out and see what's going on here as Go Hawks try to get the ball down into their offensive zone.
That's Holmquist who kicks that one high and long, and it'll bounce out of the back of the goal, or of the line, I should say. Goalies today for Pella, Haley Van Howling, 140 saves on the season, a 97% save percentage. Absolutely unbelievable. And for Waverly-Shell Rock, it's Caitlin Egena, the junior, 31 saves this year, a 96% save percentage. These two teams do not give up very many goals.
Yeah, Egena 1 goal on the year, and Van Howling 4 goals on the year. Just extraordinary numbers, both offensively and defensively for both these teams.
Yeah, and that can't go without mentioning. I mean, it's so hard to score on these two teams in general. And like you said, Waverly-Shell Rock, I shout out everyone except Norwalk. Norwalk's 2 goals were all they got. Here come the Go Hawks on a little bit of a run out. Anna Stromberg, the leading goal scorer for the Go Hawks, hands it over to the middle. Shot on goal, high, and misses for Annika Ott. But Ott with a great chance there. That's a good first offensive set for Waverly-Shell Rock.
Yeah, Ott, the freshman, just coming in there, making her presence known, taking a quick one-timer and went right over the top of the frame.
The Ott sisters might take over the state of Iowa by the time they're seniors. They are both freshmen, Annika and Addie. Knocked ahead again. Annika Ott over to the middle, back to Annika. Annika turns, will try with the right leg. Nope, couldn't get there in time. It was knocked out last second. Good defense by the Dutch.
Draws the first corner of the match, Joe.
Got a Kruger Seeds corner kick. Next time you're in need of corner soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call at KrugerSeeds.com. First class seed, first name service. All corner kicks brought to you by Kruger Seeds. Here we go. Corner kick on the way here by Baumhover. Kick is low, and it's knocked out. Last second, really good job by the Dutch, and here come the Dutch. Abby Warner, #1 goal scorer in for the Pella Dutch. Shot on goal, misses just into the lap. I tell you what, Austin, that was a 1-on-2 Army, and Abby got downfield, made a great play, and just misses.
Yeah, just an end-to-end run for her. Nice outlet pass, got her freed up, and she was able to get a shot on goal, the first of the game for the Dutch.
Boy, Annika Ott continues to hound that Pella D-line. Good pass to the far side as Holmquist chases after it. Holmquist caught up by Eliza Van Zee, and that one's out of the back of the back line. And another goal kick upcoming for the Pella Dutch.
Yeah, if I'm the Dutch, I'm definitely going to be keying in on Ott there. Already making her presence felt very strongly so far. So they're definitely going to want to make sure that they their keys are keeping her under control and in a safe space defensively.
Van Howling kicks it out. Waverly-Shell Rock gets the lucky bounce here. Ott over to the corner, shot on goal. They try to center it. It's not there, but chasing after it is Gracie Aubin. Up ahead to Warner. Warner, tough collision up front here. It'll be out. She'll throw back in. One thing about the Go Hawks, their numbers are only on the back of their jerseys, not on the front. It's kind of hard to see as that one's knocked up ahead. Here comes Warner in with her head. So race along this near side, and it's kicked out back away. Abby just a junior for the Pella Dutch. Her sister Mia is the senior. Numbers 10 and 11. Mia being 11, Abby being 10. Here come the Go Hawks, looking for a run. It's knocked back out of the way by Mia Warner.
The Dutch have enjoyed a little bit of possession here as the game was mostly one-sided to the Go Hawks at the beginning, but the Dutch starting to string together some passes and get the ball down into their offensive zone for the first couple times of the game.
Claire Smock and company over there on that far side for the Dutch. Smock centers, cleared out by the Go Hawks. Fight for it on the far side. Amelia Aubin over there as well. 3 Go Hawks around there, and a Dutch player goes down. I think that's Smock over there on that far side.
She almost came away with the ball there with all 3 of them there, but just the last second kind of went down.
WSR on a breakaway. Racing for the corner is Annika Ott. Ott tries to center, and Van Halen comes up and picks it up with 33:51 to go in the first half. Routine play by her. Race up for the ball on the far side. It's Aubin. Aubin lets it go out of bounds. Dutch get a throw in. Middle of the field. Warner fighting for it. Tough fight for the ball. And it's kicked right back out. Good job by Waverly-Shell Rock. That one's lobbed over to the far line. Centered in the middle and eventually cleared out. I think that was Lindsay Overman back there. Middle of the field. Avery Hunsinger in there for the Dutch.
Nice move, moving up from the back line into the midfield. She's got some open space as she moves in, trying to get a defender to commit to her, which they do.
That was Adiot. This is Stromberg. Stromberg turns, fires, and it misses to the right.
The second corner kick of the match for the Go Hawks.
You can really see, though, Addie and Annika, I mean, they'll be right there, 14 and 15. Got to watch for them as they get downfield. Another Kruger Seeds corner kick, like you said. It'll be Gabriella Baumhover. Will be the one to attempt it for the Go Hawks.
Interesting little setup for the formation for the Go Hawks there as they kind of are standing in a line and then separate their separate ways as the ball is put into play.
Ooh, just missed. I think Stromberg didn't know it was going to come right for her.
Stromberg was right there.
Now Sydney Bieneman races after it along with Holmquist. And the Dutch try to get along the far touch line to the middle. And waiting for it is Adiot and Abby Warner, excuse me. I tell you what, great passing so far by both teams, but the Go Hawks especially really setting themselves up nicely.
Yeah, they're just meticulously working themselves down the field almost every possession and getting very, very deep and in a dangerous spot. So they'll look to continue that, and the Dutch will have to make some adjustments to start to disrupt that those passing lanes for the Go Hawks as if they want to get that possession back to them.
Tight defense here for the Dutch. That's Lily Davidson in there. And it's taken right back away by Lauren Mace. Mace knocks it up ahead. There to recover is the Go Hawks.
Nice little smooth defensive play for her. She just snatched that ball right off of the Go Hawks' feet and just went up the field like it was. She wasn't even there. It was a very nice job.
Van Zee, the defender, gets it right back upfield. Bieneman has it here in the middle. Now back over to Allie Seegers. And they'll run far touchline to Kiri Holmquist, and it runs out of bounds, and it will be Pella ball. A couple substitutions. All substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Blake Walker, Austin Oliver with you here this afternoon here at the County Sports Complex in Des Moines, Iowa for the Girls State Soccer Tournament. Class 2A semifinal coming at you here.
End of the match for Pella. Number 4, Abby Heatbrink. And for Waverly-Shell Rock, number 4.
Go Hawks have it in the middle, knocked ahead a little bit by Claire Smock. Abby Warner had a touch in the beginning, had a possible shot on goal attempt, and has not been seen since. They've held her pretty standard.
I was trying to keep an eye and see if they were man-marking her or not. I wondered, with both of those two offensive kind of juggernauts, I wondered if they'd be man-marking on the backside, but it doesn't look like they're just playing a regular token defense on both of these gals.
Van Howling lets it fall into her lap, and she'll kick this one right back. There's Warner. Hand checking between those two. Abby stops and goes and gets her girl on the ground. She fires a shot on goal, and it's caught. But how in the world did she get it there?
Yeah, that was a heck of a shot off the foot. Just a quick shot as well, and was on target. So that's a good indicator, maybe things to come for the Dutch, is to get her open, and she could pretty much shoot from anywhere. So they're going to have to be on top of her the whole time.
Egana, the junior, is the one in the goal for the Go Hawks. And Austin, you pointed it out during starting lineup. She's quite tall, so she's got an advantage if anything gets above her. Seegers had it there for a second. Here comes Waverly-Shell Rock on a run out. Look out, all the way downfield. Mia Englund. Englund turns with her right and a little too short. It's cleared out by Lauren Mace. And a chance to throw in here for the Go Hawks. Bieneman throws in. Great throw. And an even better header. Knocked to the middle, turn on a possible shot on goal. Annika Ott just misses, not enough power on it. And Van Howling sends it back the other way. 27:53 to go. Don't forget, at 20 minutes, we get a water break. Ooh, awkward bounce. Ott comes up. Ooh, just can't get there. Annika is, she's there. I mean, she's
all over the place.
She is there waiting for a chance to go get it. Dallas Center Grimes, I believe, just scored over there on the other field. Far side to Addie Ott. Addie turns and fires and misses to the right on her shot attempt.
Well, the Go Hawks have definitely been more threatening here so far in the match, and I'm just wondering how that's going to end up paying off, because they are definitely in and around the box and probing and looking for that opportunity to get those shots on goal. Well, we see if that comes to fruition for them.
Warner up ahead. Lauren Mace going to battle hard with Mia England here. They'll try to go back to England, and it's cleared up and away by Davidson. Both these teams have quite a fair amount of seniors, but the youth is still very good. You expect both these teams to be back here next year, that is for sure.
Yeah, a lot of contributors, underclassmen contributors on both sides. You're exactly right, Blake.
It's common in soccer. Obviously, you lose a lot, but it's rare you lose your entire lineup by any means. That's why you see, like, Waverly-Shell Rock 10 straight years. That's 2.5 classes full of students that have come and gone and have played their part. Long kick downfield, recovered back on the defensive side. But the Dutch want to run again. Abby Warner will chase after it, running along with Amelia Aubin, and Aubin kicks it out.
Aubin can feel the pressure coming in on her backside there as she shielded the ball away from Warner, but sends it out of bounds and lets her defense reset as the Go Hawks get the possession, start to take the ball down the field.
Yeah, Addie Ott was starting to push her way down, and on the far side there is Eliza Van Zee. Back to Ott. I have to probably say Annika and Addie all the time because you don't know. Go Hawks get it to the middle of the field. Shot on goal high and long and wide on the miss. Can't quite tell who that is until she turns her back, but miss
might
shot.
Be number 10.
Number 10 we're looking at, Anna Stromberg.
10. Yeah, Stromberg. They do have the numbers on the shorts on the left side there.
I can't see that. I could get my binoculars out, I guess, but
I could barely see it.
Rare, you just don't see. Usually they have them always on the front and back, but how dare they not think of us when making jerseys?
I know.
Abby Warner, upfield, gets around one. Warner holds back. She'll wait. Fires, shot on goal, high, bounces and misses. Recovered on the backside. They'll try to center and no one's there. Again, I don't know how Abby's getting there. I mean, she's almost behind the goal, it feels like, and that's still, even over the tall Egna, almost dropped in.
Yeah, it's definitely some, I don't know what to call it, but foot talent. You know, that she's
anywhere.
Even
she can kick it.
Even taking on both of those defenders right there, she kind of kicked the ball out, moved right, and drew the defender with her, and then went back and got it on the left. It was an amazing little move that I don't see very often at all.
And, you know, sometimes you see girls, obviously everyone that scores is phenomenal, but you see a lot of teams, they just grab a ton of scores because, you know, we play ahead, we just cherry pick the whole time, and that's how we score. Abby Warner has 45 goals this year, and you could look at all 45 of them. I bet she earned and went after all 45 of them, and they weren't easy.
Well, looking at these schedules, they're not playing slouches. I mean, they're playing each other. You know, Dallas Center Grimes is on Pella's schedule. Waverly-Shell Rock's on the schedule. Norwalk. You know, it's not like it's Nevada as a state qualifier as well. So it's not like both teams are actually playing a lot of really good teams all the way through the whole season.
Long kick downfield. Pella jumps on top of that one. 23-14 to go here in the first half between these two. Long kick. Egna will stop it and grab it down.
It's difficulty on that one. It was an interesting little shot towards goal.
I was going to give credit. The field, it looks great today. I do have to laugh when you look at the goalie box. Significantly more wear down there after all the juking and jiving, as that one's going to bounce out, and Egna will go get it. I tell you what, I'd almost group both teams even right now in terms of how many chances they've had on offense.
Yeah, I think Pella kind of endured the wave, the GoHawks at the start of the game, and they have kind of turned into their own little peak here in the last few minutes, and now it's kind of leveled off between both teams.
Down the near side and up ahead to England. England, a little bit of traffic. They run into each other. Annika Ott to the middle and back to Maya Behrens.
I mean, the GoHawks seem to be definitely the more technical team by any stretch of the imagination. They're definitely connecting their passes, but just some sheer will and heart of the Dutch have led to some scoring chances as well. Just hard work paying off for those gals.
Jalen Kent had it there for a second on the far side. Now the Dutch get it back, and they'll go downfield here. Jumping in front of it for Pella was Abby Heitbrink. Ott trying to get in front of Annika Stolzfuss. Weak shot on goal attempt drops into the lap of Van Howling. 21-17 to go, about a minute away from our hydration break here at the state tournament. Pretty much every year it's always been a hydration break every 20 minutes. Obviously with the heat the way it is, just want to give players a chance as we're going to have a foul called.
I thought we were going to have head contact there for a second.
That's what I thought, yeah.
I thought they were going to stop it for that, but it looks like it just calling a foul on a late try at the header. Ended up running into the GoHawk.
Long free kick downfield. Jumped on top of by Mia Warner. Long pass downfield, picked up in front of by Behrens. Back and forth they go on the far touchline here. Again, no real advantage by any means for both teams. I'd say they're pretty even so far. As they will stop play, and we'll get our hydration break at pretty much 20 minutes exactly on the clock, as the clock's still running, so they're going to want to fix that. But we'll step aside and take a break with them. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament. Fans, hey fans, Central College has you covered with career-building programs. And with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships available, it's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. Central out of Pella. Beautiful town of the windmills, Dutch letters, tulip time. Beautiful place to be. It's a beautiful place to be here at the County Sports Complex. Speaking of Pella and Waverly-Shell not at 20 seconds go by of nothing happening, but we'll let them go on that one. We believe Dallas Center Grimes is up 1-0 as they're also at their water break. So we're right on track with each other because of our first game of the day. Our semifinal in 1A went to overtime, double overtime. It was Gilbert who got away with the victory. Austin, we've seen a lot of back and forth action. Like I said, I don't think we have a clear favorite in this one.
No, for the first couple minutes you would have said go Hawks, and then it's kind of leveled off with some excellent opportunities for the Dutch as well. Yeah, just a gritty game so far, and probably going to be coming down to some mistake happen at some point to give somebody an advantage and see if they can take advantage of that mistake.
Well, and we said the same thing for the Gilbert game, and even then, it really wasn't a mistake that won Gilbert the game. It was just kind of a right place, right time. Kind of find your way ahead. These two teams played earlier this season, and it was a 1-0 defeat over Waverly-Shell over Pella. The Go Hawks have only given up 2 goals all season long. It's just kind of
in the same game.
Yeah, in the same game to Norwalk. Whatever Norwalk was doing, they had it figured out. The Warriors fell short of getting here to the state tournament. But we've seen teams that, struggle all season long or don't give up goals. I think of the Ankeny boys team last year. I don't think they gave up a goal the entire season, and they lost in the state semifinals last year by 1 goal. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. And like you said, both these teams, though, they know the type of teams they've had. They've scheduled tough opponents. They know what it takes to win these type of games and set themselves up in the long run. Back and forth we go. Far side is Addie Ott. The Ott sisters have been very good here to start. Near side here for the Dutch, Lexi Bryan and company trying to get around the edge. Bryan stops it again and tries to get around Maya Behrens, the freshman. Here's Warner. She's had a couple good shot-on-goal attempts. Tries to fire with the left and misses. Good defense by Bieneman.
That is a strong left-handed kick. I wonder if she's left-footed or right-footed there. You see such a strong kick like that, you might tend to think she is left-footed, but
Holmquist on a breakaway. Over to the side. This is Stromberg. Stromberg trying to get around the corner, and a good slide tackle to be able to avoid it by the Pella Dutch. And I think we're going to get a corner kick. Yes, we will. A Kruger Seeds corner kick by Gabriella Baumhover. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service, sponsoring all of our corner kicks here at the state soccer tournament. And Baumhover, the senior, will try her luck on a corner kick. On the way. It's got the right amount of distance. Header drops out. Pella jumps in front of it and clears. Good defense by the Dutch.
yeah, the Dutch had just kind of packed it in there and were able to get enough of a touch on it to get it out. And they're looking to counterattack here as Warner sends the ball upfield.
Sent it upfield, hoping for somebody to be there. It was a Go Hawk that was sitting there. Van Zee clears it here for the Dutch. Gracie Aubin knocks it out. Pella ball. If anything, the ball has been in the middle of the field
It has.
a good portion of this half, considering both teams. Good chance here for Englund. Englund fires with their left foot, and Van Howlen hops on top of it for the save with 16 minutes to go.
Let's look at the rosters here. Several sets of sisters here playing, it looks like. You know, the Aubins and the Otts. So it looks like we got a couple, and then Warner's on the Dutch side.
Kicked out by Lindsay Overman, the senior. Pella gets it back on a good throw-in opportunity here. Who breaks through? Both teams have had decent chances for shot-on-goal opportunities. This is going to be a goal kick for the Go Hawks. And Caitlin Egna, the junior, will be the one to kick it out. Coming up after this, it is the Class 3A semifinal. The Milwaukee Northwest Wolves taking on the Valley Tigers. And all CIML Class 3A semifinals as Johnston takes on Dowling on the other field. That one going to be called on a foul down there on the pitch.
And number 9, Taylor Samini. Checking in for Waverly
Pella Dutch
Shell
out of Little Hawkeye Conference, Waverly-Shell out of the Northeast Iowa Conference. Believe this is officially the last year or last sport that Waverly-Shell, besides baseball and softball, will be in the Northeast Iowa Conference. And then what it sounds like, they will go independent the rest of the way. Tried to get in a couple conferences, could not, but
Well, it just seems like conferences have kind of gone.
it's
just a different situation
yeah,
from when
yeah,
we were
and
kids.
I think a lot of people look at basketball, Grandview Christian, independent team, just kind of schedule whoever you want. If you want a tough game, you schedule tough. You know, there are perks to being in a conference, yes, but at the same time, why not just play whoever you want? And then obviously Pella out of the Little Hawkeye Conference, Dallas Center Grimes out of the Little Hawkeye Conference, and then North Scott out of the Mississippi Valley. So you talk about an all CIML semifinal in 3A, could have an all Little Hawkeye Conference final in Class 2A, but Waverly-Shell and North Scott want something to say about that. Again, we continue a back-and-forth style of play here. Long kick downfield by Lexi Bryan and a good stop by Waverly-Shell. Warner chases after it with Bieneman. Bieneman gets it out, but it's still going to be Pella ball.
Pella starting to string some possession along with each other as Warner tries to go one-on-one with her defender, and
in and out.
Yeah, nice little move.
Center attempt just misses. Taylor Semini was there, but just couldn't grab it with that right leg, and comes up short. And with 12:42 remaining, we still hold at 0 apiece.
Warner's just dangerous, though. I mean,
unbelievable.
Just a simple move there to get herself freed up a little bit and just put a rocket of a cross into a really dangerous position that the Dutch will be disappointed not to take advantage of. But a nice job by her of just getting a ball into a place where they could do something with it.
I don't see how Abby won't be the one to score if the Dutch score. She's just been in that position all day here today. For Waverly-Shell Rock, it's a little bit more spread out. You obviously got the Ott sisters and then Stromberg. But Abby Warner has been the go-to girl for the Dutch so far.
And if it's not going to be her, it's definitely going to be her assisting. It's definitely going to be her.
Either
she's going to be a contributor.
Assist,
yeah, one of the two.
Go Hawks throw in on the far touchline. 11.5 to go here in this one. In the first half, I should say. Good clear in the middle by Davidson. He said it best, Austin. Waverly-Shell Rock a little bit more methodical when they're on offense. And then, you know, offensively for Pella, I think it's just if you can work it down the field with Warner, see what she can do.
Yeah, Chip Charon a chance with her. So you get the ball to her and see what she can do.
A little bit of contact there. Going to get a foul called on Taylor Semini, the sophomore.
A little high elbow.
They've let him play for the most part today during the boys' game, or the first game of the day, Class 1A, the girls' game. A lot of contact in that game, but they let him play for the most part. Obviously called a couple fouls, but when it gets down to the nitty-gritty, I think the last thing the officials want to do is give them penalty shots, you know.
Well, I think the best referees are ones that aren't part of the game. That you know, when the referee disappears, you've seen a well-played, a well-coached, and a well-refereed soccer game. And I don't think we've really noticed the center ref hardly here at all.
It's been a good week.
As we get called, as foul gets called, right as we say that.
It's been a good week. The officials that the girls' union brings out are phenomenal. They're obviously graded as the season goes on, so these are basically the best of the best, especially when you get in the championship game. You should expect the best of the best because the better you do officiating, the coaches recognize that and grade it as they go. This one knocked away up ahead to Annika. And it's cleared out by Davidson, but here come the Go Hawks on a little bit of a push. A couple of IMT insurance substitutions. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com.
And for Waverly-Shell Rock, number 17, Addie.
9.5 to go here in the first half.
And for Pella,
someone trying to break through.
Number 21, Tatum Carlstone.
Tatum Carlstone had it there for a second. She just checked in on the back line here for the Go Hawks. Up ahead by Lindsay Overman. Good back and forth here. Back on the back line. They'll go up ahead. Intended for Kennedy Witchers, or Wikers. And Wikers can't get there. And a throw in for Sydney Bieneman. Race for the corner. This is going to be a tough spot, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Waverly-Shell Rock Go Hawks. That's third of the day.
Yeah, I think so, and I think this could be coming down to, you know, where they're going to get some of the best opportunities to get a shot on goal here for both teams.
The wind also is right where it needs to be. It's blowing to the north.
Oh, it's a throw-in. It is a throw-in.
Oh, throw-in. I thought they might get a corner kick.
I thought it was as well.
She pointed at the corner, but a couple headers. Van Howling hops on top of it.
Kind of felt like a corner still with a decent throw in and a head into the danger zone, into the box.
There is an art to throwing the ball in. A lot of people don't think there is, but you see, especially some of the higher classes, players get fancy with their throw-ins. They'll do a flip, try to get a little bit more momentum. Again, you still have to go off 1 foot.
Yeah, calling the Dowling game yesterday, we had a flip throw-in yesterday.
That's what I was thinking of. Dowling always seems to do it if I've called their games.
Yeah. I think Anna 80 from their team is one that steps up and does that every once in a while. But every team usually has a throw-in specialist, and I've seen that more and more as the years go on, that they bring in somebody usually from the back line to come in and toss a dangerous ball in there, and has really become a weapon when it's used correctly.
And it's an art. I mean, you wonder when soccer players, why do they go in the weight room and work on arms? Well, you can get that ball in pretty far. I mean, there's no how far you can throw it. No rule on that, so. Kicked out again, and Pella will slowly make their way up the far side. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. No score between Pella and Waverly-Shell Rock. Good opportunity here for Annika Ott, racing up the far touchline. Good stop and go by Stromberg. Stromberg up ahead, and Van Howling comes up and picks it up.
Well, there's some inkling of some offense there, but it's not getting it's stopping before the box. Which is maybe a little bit different than the 1A game that we just got done with, where we had some attacks in the box, but really the defense is clamping down even outside the box in these situations as well here. Just with a few forays into the box a couple different times have led to some pretty decent chances, but both defenses on both teams are just playing really, really well right now.
A couple more IMT insurance substitutions for both teams. That's Maya Behrens on your screen there, number 6. Warner, middle of the field. Tough contact, gets away, and here comes Annika Ott. Ott up to the middle. Stromberg has a little bit of an advantage here, racing. Stromberg using her speed. Can she get to the corner? No, she can't. Good defensive effort by the Dutch to get up there. I think that was number 11, Mia Warner, who got up to save that. Now we got a corner kick.
Yeah, she is really laying into her team with some directions on how to do that a little bit differently, to not give up that little bit of a 1-on-2 breakaway that the Go Hawks had there. Once again, they'll set up with a different formation going the other way with a line instead of the up and down formation they had earlier.
Addie Ott, kick on the way. Good job by the Dutch to jump out in front. This is going to come up ahead to Abby Warner. Warner can't get it upfield, just goes out. And Waverly-Shell Rock will get to throw in. Good effort, though, by the Dutch.
Not surprised at all that she tracked that one down and almost got a nice little pass to herself up the line and broke away with that one.
How about that long throw up ahead? Picked up in the center line, but kicked back. Lizzie Newman a little early on that one. Jalen Kent in the middle, fighting hard with Lexi Bryant. Stromberg has it up ahead. She's going to try to get out in front of it. Mia Warner and Stromberg. Stromberg, right leg, got caught by Warner. Stromberg with the left, puts it right into the lap of Van Walling. Whoa. The fact that Stromberg got through all that traffic and still put a decent shot on goal says a lot about her.
Well, and Stromberg just leaving kind of bodies on the ground all over the place as she went from one side of the goal over to the other. There was about 3 different people laying on the ground from moves she did. A nice shot on goal.
Warner tried her luck. It was blocked by Lindsay Overman's back. Warner has it again, trying to center. Shot on goal, got in front of her own teammates. Warner waiting, centers again. Fighting through traffic. There's about 5 yellow shirts there. Bryan kicks it up in the air. Madison Hollins over there for the Dutch. Turned on by Sarah Hardman. Newman centers and kicked away by Sydney Bieneman. Pella ball. 3 minutes to go.
Nice little push by the offense for the Dutch as well.
Couple more substitutions in for Pella. Trying to get fresh legs out there in this heat. Closing in on 90 degrees here in Des Moines.
Into the match for the Gohawks, number 2, Kiri.
It's about the hottest they've played in all season. It is the hottest they've played in all season. Not only are usually you're playing at night, but you haven't had to worry about the daytime heat. Warner, Mia Warner, with it on the back line. She'll kick it back up ahead to Sarah Hardman. And the Dutch look to push. Centered downfield. Warner was waiting. She knew it too, just as it was caught. With 2:10 remaining, they look to push. Up through the middle. Addie Ott. Stromberg setting it up. Left to right. Waiting to see if she can center it. She does. Shot on goal, high and long. I believe that was one of the Ott sisters who just couldn't get a hand on it. I think it was Addie.
Yeah, it was Addie, yeah.
And with 1:42 remaining, it remains 0-all.
Substitution looks like Annika is going to be taken off the field here for the last little bit of the half to give her an extra long rest for the halftime.
Feels like deja vu. We're watching the same game over and again.
Yep.
This one does feel different. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it feels different than the first game.
Great opportunity for Pella.
Newman up ahead to Warner. Oh, it got behind them both. Warner's going to try to get up and recover, but there's a ton of yellow shirts there, and it's cleared out, but Pella will get a throw in here.
Calvary arrived right when Warner was about ready to get a good touch on the ball.
Yeah, Lily Davidson will be the one to throw in. Quick substitution. Madison Holland checks out, and I believe Lily Davidson is checking in. Can't tell, is that 16 or 15? 16. Avery Hunsinger checks in. Kaylee Van Polen over to the middle to Newman. Newman chasing after it. Newman couldn't get around. Oh, lucky bounce. Gracie Aubin almost got caught. And Egeda gets there with 30 seconds to go.
Could have been a crazy deflection to just turn this match on its head. But the goal keeps in exactly the right spot. And Egeda is able to corral that one and put it back into play.
Countdown to half, 10.
Kent with it there for a second. Stromberg will chase after it with 7 seconds to go. Stromberg trying to get around the corner. She'll go far side, and it just can't quite get there as Kiri Holmquist can't get there in time. We have played 40 minutes, and it is 0-0. Waverly-Shell Rock and Pella, no score between them both. We'll take a break. You're watching the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Soccer Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts, providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. And that old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament. Blake Walker, Austin Oliver with you here this afternoon. Pella and Waverly-Shell knotted at 0-0. Fans' official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. Just scan the QR code on your screen now or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. Great shirts all across the state tournament. Great state tournament merch selection. Austin, it's been a fun first half, no score, and both teams really haven't had an advantage. We've had a couple even scoring chances. That's kind of how we sit so far.
I totally agree. I mean, for every offensive little burst we have a burst come right back the other way. So it's I've been pretty even. Both defenses playing well. Both offenses are dangerous at times, but a lot of battling in the midfield.
Yeah,
I think we've seen a ton of battling in the midfield, and it may come down to that, just who ends up taking over the midfield in the second half and starts to get some control. Could go a long ways to getting that score to put this game away for one of these teams and get a berth to the finals.
We'll see how it all shakes out in our second half. I'd like to take a moment now to once again thank our title sponsor, the Iowa Farm Bureau, for their support of the state soccer tournament here in Des Moines. Earlier this week, Aaron Kirtley of the IGHSAU had the opportunity to speak with Iowa Farm Bureau President Brent Johnson to learn more about Iowa Farm Bureau's support of the IGHSAU and student athletes across the state. Let's listen in.
We'd like to welcome you to the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Soccer Tournament. I'm Aaron Kirtley with the IGHSAU. We hope you've enjoyed the first half of action here at today's match. 2023 marks the 26th year of the Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament, and we are so thankful for all of those who support this event and help us put this on. None other than our proud title sponsor, Farm Bureau. Joining me here today is Brent Johnson, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau. So why does the Iowa Farm Bureau invest in the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union?
Well, first of all, Aaron, I want to congratulate the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union for 26 years of state soccer. That's absolutely fantastic. And for the Farm Bureau to be involved in the last 18, we couldn't be prouder to be a part of this. You know, these kids that are competing here today, they are amongst the nation's brightest and best student athletes. And just like Iowa's farmers are the best in the country at what they do, this opportunity to partner with you gives us the opportunity to celebrate both. We at Farm Bureau, we love to promote the kids, and after all, they will be someday our future leaders. And there's so many ways that we support them. You know, annually, every year, we give over $500,000 in scholarships across the entire state so that those kids continue their education. We have partnered with you and the High School Boys Association in providing concussion insurance for those kids participating in sanctioned sports. There's really only 7 states that even provide that opportunity for kids. We've helped teachers with, over the last several years, providing $450,000 in supplies for their classrooms so they can do their job. And just recently, we just gave $1 million to the Iowa FFA Foundation so that they can continue to promote Iowa agriculture and tell the story as to why agriculture touches all of our lives every single day.
So the student athletes participating in this year's state tournament are taking home some awesome souvenirs. Can you tell us a little bit more about those?
Yeah, you know, the Signature Ball program has been a student favorite for years now. You know, and it's one of those mementos that those kids get to take with them. Every student participating in the tournament gets one of these signature balls, that they can have their teammates, their coaches, and their mentors sign, so that one day they can look back and think, you know, the hard work and dedication that they put into their sport, it earned them the right to play at this tournament, and they can remember that in this signature ball program.
Thanks again, Brent, and to Farm Bureau, and enjoy your second half of soccer.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Swing's the place for you!
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament. Blake Walker, Austin Oliver with you here this afternoon. Pella and Waverly-Shell rocking out at that 0 apiece. Take a look at a couple of replays. Abby Warner's been pretty fun to watch today. There's a nice in and out move and a shot on goal somehow. Caught by Egina. And then Warner again. She's just been close. A couple chances that just can't seem to drop. And it's kind of been a hit-or-miss type of game for Waverly-Shell Rock. Here's one on the Go Hawks, a possible chance to score. Header just drops in front. Van Walling's able to jump in front of that one. And that's how we've sat so far. Here's one other shot attempt by Stromberg. Just nothing on it. Good defenses by both sides all throughout the match. As we get ready to go for our second half, shout out to our camera people of Rachel and Luke, have done a great job today in the sun. They got a tent over them now, which is great. They were burning this morning, but again, thanks to Rachel and Luke for all they're doing, and Justin, our producer, who sits halfway in the sun, halfway in the tent. He's all ready to go. Fun day here at the State Soccer Tournament. Class 2A semifinal, second half, ready to get going here. Austin, what should we expect? I mean, it feels like we're seeing the exact same game we saw in our first game of the day between Gilbert and Des Moines Christian.
But I look at those replays that we just watched. There's some opportunities. There's some chances, some great chances. The goalies have both stepped up pretty big. I mean, we're in for an action-packed second half. It's I don't know which way it's going to go here, but it's going to be fun to watch here.
And in some games, like we talked about the first game, it felt like, well, whoever scores probably is going to have the backbreaker. As here's Ott working her way to the center. It's cleared out. That one to the center. Van Walling hops on top of it. Van Howling, excuse me, jumps on top of it. But this game, I feel like one could score, and then I wouldn't call the other one just out of it. It just feels different. I think both these teams are just so even.
I could almost easily see somebody score and then 30 seconds later the other team scores
feels like
well.
one of those.
Yeah, because it's what it's kind of been, where I think we were riding like 5 to 10 minute waves in that first game. This game is more like 2 to 3 minute waves, and they're kind of transitioning up and down the field much more quickly than the 1A matchup we had earlier today.
Seegers fired that one over top of the net of Van Howling, and she'll kick it out of the net here. Partly cloudy skies have rolled in over the James County Sports Complex. It is supposed to be scattered storms again this afternoon, kind of what happened yesterday. The boys' state tournament had to be on hold for a little bit, and then they ended in the fog of the night. I don't think it'll rain here, though. It looks like it's going to stay to the west of us, or west of us. So looks like it's going to be hot, though, so if you're still coming out tomorrow, make sure to dress cool. The state championship game tomorrow will be played at 3 o'clock here on this field. Go Hawks trying everything they can to get downfield. We're going to get a Kruger Seeds corner kick, it looks like. I don't think Pella has gotten a corner kick yet, but this is like the 4th or 5th one for the Go Hawks.
Yeah, they're going to add up here soon. I mean, it's obvious that the Go Hawks have a set formation on every one of these where they're definitely trying to make some things happen as they go what direction here, up and down here from the goalkeeper. It's a little bit different formation each time, so they've set up.
Kick on the way, and the header misses. Coming in flying in was Anna Stromberg.
Dangerous ball, though, in a dangerous spot.
Yeah, the wind kind of carried that one a little bit farther out. Let's see if I can get a look here. We are currently sitting at 86 degrees, and the wind 6 miles an hour to the northwest. But I feel like it's changed like every single minute. I look over and the flag is going somewhere else.
So I think we're riding one of these 2 or 3 minute peaks for the GoHawks right now, and Pella's going to see what they could do to get them heading back down that the other side of that wave and get a wave going for them as they connect a couple passes and start to move down the field. Almost like clockwork here for us, Blake.
Yeah, it is. Just kind of moving back and forth. Somebody's poor car alarm has been going off in the parking lot for about this whole game. It'll turn off and it'll turn back on. I feel bad whoever's car that is. Not going to have a battery. Stromberg has an advantage here. It's going to be 1-on-2. She's got numbers. She slows down. Tries with her right foot to center. It's popped up in the air. Van Houweling jumps on top of it. Dangerous spot, but got there in time.
Yeah, the GoHawks definitely had the numbers in the box that time. If it could have trickled over to the other side and flipped the field a little bit, I think Pella would have been in trouble, but Van Houweling steps out and takes control of the ball and sends it out back into the offensive zone for the Dutch.
Good possession here by the GoHawks. Annika Ott works her way to the middle, cleared out, and bounces back to Addie Ott. Addie Ott working her way to the center, goes back outside. Holmquist all alone, centers. Coming on the corner was number 5, that was Amelia Aubin. And somebody on that far side for the Dutch was caught sleeping because I don't think she saw Amelia coming up behind her.
Well, they were just miscommunication on that other side about who was going to be taking that ball, and they both kind of just waited for the other one to go grab it, and nobody grabbed it. And number 5, Aubin, just came screaming in there and tried to get a touch on it to put it on frame and just couldn't do so.
An IMT insurance substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Kick down the field. Waverly-Shell Rock trying to go back the other way. Good pick up in the middle by Stolzfus.
Number 21, Mia England.
Davidson chasing after it here. And to the middle to Holland. Warner, middle of the field, back and forth. Gets around a couple. Shot on goal, right into the lap of Egina, and she dives out for it. Claire Smock was there just in case. Egina just barely gets out and saves it.
Yeah, Smock, like a barracuda in the water, was just bearing down on the goalkeeper, and she bobbled it a little bit, was able to gain control there fairly quickly and get the ball back into play.
Well, I was going to say Waverly-Shell Rock looked pretty good out of the half, but then Pella puts together another good offensive set, and I don't know what to say with 34 minutes to go here in the second half. Our first game of the day went to double overtime. This one feels like it's on the same path as how both these teams are playing. That one's cleared out by Lauren Mace, I believe, or that was actually Van Zee. Pella Dutch this season, only 2 losses on the year to Dallas Center Grimes and Waverly-Shell Rock. Go Hawks, 1 loss on the year to the Norwalk Warriors. That was a 1-2 loss. It is the only 2 goals they've given up all season long. Which is just wild to think about.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
So the Dutch trying to break that streak a little bit here, but it was another little Hawkeye Conference team that got that goal, so maybe it's just the LHC. That one knocks ahead. Weak save, but a good save for the Go Hawks. Seberg runs ahead with it, or Seegers, excuse me. Seegers upfield to Annika Ott. Ott gets tripped up and a foul is called, and this will be
a penalty shot?
Penalty shot.
I was out of the box, it looked like to me. That's a quick whistle there as what's he calling here? He's calling a penalty shot.
And it's Eliza Van Zee who can't believe it. She's sitting right where she fell to the ground. She thought it was outside the box.
Well, I think the only other thing I could think of is that maybe she took her down from behind, but that would be a card then.
I don't think we have a replay on that one.
That would be a card in that situation. So I don't think that's not what he called either. He definitely called the foul in the box because otherwise it would be a card situation.
Well, so Anna Stromberg gets a chance to take the lead here against Haley Van Houweling. We saw this in the first game. Des Moines Christian couldn't get it done. Let's see if Waverly-Shell Rock can. Shot on goal is good! Anna Stromberg puts it in, and the Go Hawks take the lead 1-0.
The goalkeeper made the right move, guessed right, and just was a little bit late, and it was a perfect shot from Stromberg to take the 1-0 lead. As Pella has a little conference out here to get the troops fired up. It looks like number 11.
Yeah, the senior, Mia Warner, trying to get her girls fired up. It's just wrong place, wrong time. Van Zee it'll go down a little controversial. Take a look at the replay there. Again, it was played right by Van Houweling, just missed it. But the Go Hawks, on a penalty kick, take the lead over the Pella Dutch. How do the Dutch respond? The Go Hawks want to respond quick. Stromberg working her way in and out. Cleared out and a throw-in upcoming. That's a tough call. That'll be looked back upon just to see where she was, but Van Zee didn't like it.
Yeah, it calls the call. You know, you have to play with what you're given there. And
long throw in, header to the middle, knocked around, and that's a handball right in the middle.
Another super dangerous spot here.
Yeah, so now you get a free kick about 10 yards, 7, 8 yards behind where you'd normally get a penalty kick.
Yeah.
Now at least Pella can set up a line here, but still, Go Hawks get another big chance here.
All right, this is an interesting little setup here. So they're setting up their own wall, and they'll attack, and one of the girls will move out of that wall to allow a space to go. So it's hard for the Dutch to be able to set up their wall in accordance to that. They also could take a touch off of this and send it to the outside.
Seeger's shot on goal misses high. That was cool.
Yeah, there's quite a few options they could do, because if any of those girls want to step up and touch that ball and send it to the outside, they could do that also. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like that again, where they set up exactly the same way and run a little bit of a different play off of there.
You don't see that.
No.
I haven't seen that. Really nice heads-up play by Waverly-Shell Rock. Couldn't capitalize on it, but with 31:15 to go, the Go Hawks lead 1-0 here over the Pella Dutch. Van Houweling will kick this one back. Abby Warner with it here. Races down the near touch line. She'll stop and go, fire across the field to her teammate Claire Smock. Smock behind her to the middle. Warner, good clear out by Bieneman. And it'll roll out, Pella ball.
But Pella right back down here.
Yeah, I was going to say,
they're not backing down.
It doesn't feel like the first 1A game where first goal wins. It definitely feels like Pella could easily go back down and grab a goal here. This one's going to bounce to the left, and Egina says, nobody go. She'll take that one with ease. And they get a goal kick here.
I mean, the one thing that'll allow Waverly-Shell Rock to do is just be able to become much more one-dimensional, be able to become much more defensive-oriented as the game goes on with that 1-0 lead so far.
Egina puts her leg into it. It'll go to the far line and touched out. Waverly-Shell Rock ball off the foot of Lexi Bryan. So a goal off a penalty shot, or a penalty kick by the Go Hawks. Currently has them leading over Pella 1-0. Here comes Ott. Annika Ott trying to turn on it, and they're going to get a Kruger Seeds corner kick out of it. Now, one thing for Pella, you can't let the frustration from giving up the penalty kick set in here, because now Waverly-Shell Rock is starting to attack a little bit more, and I think things are coming a little bit easier on the offensive side.
Yeah, the set piece is a pretty dangerous time for the Dutch here. They want to get this ball out of there and see if they can get things going the other direction.
Kruger Seeds corner kick on the way. Header just misses. Anna Stromberg lined it up perfectly, just a little too high. And the score remains 1-0. That was a heck of an effort, though.
It was gorgeous. Stromberg just got into position and put her forehead right on the ball, and see that ball coming in there. Great position with that free kick in, and Stromberg right there ready to pounce on it.
Now the Dutch try to race back the other way. It's picked up on the back line by Ott, taken right back away by the Dutch. Upfield to Warner. Warner gets it kicked out last second by Bieneman.
Had a little bit of contact there right at the 50-50 ball in the midfield, and I saw a little bit of a pull on the hip there, but the referee says play on.
In the match for Pella, number 3, Lizzie Newman.
28-14 to go here in the second half. Kick up top here. Dutch trying to get something going on offense. Haven't had really a good shot on goal here in this second half. Warner back the other way.
Warner with a strong 50-50 ball, just kind of pushed off the defender as she goes in hard. Just trying to play hard. It's nothing malicious there. It's just an offensive player trying to exert her will on a defensive player. Takes a hard foul, and she's going to get a talking to by the center ref.
Abby's aggressive, wants to stay aggressive. 45 goals this season. That one sent long. Quick header, knocked ahead. Annika Ott racing after it. Boy, she's fast. Kicked all the way back downfield. .26:45 to go here in the second half. Waverly-Shell Rock on top of Pella. 1-0 is your score. A couple of IMT insurance substitutions. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com.
Into the match for the Go Hawks. Number 3, Gabby Baumhofer, and number 4, Jalen Kent.
Dutch looking for a breakaway. Go Hawks, a little bit of pressure off of them. Here comes Stromberg. Stromberg shot on goal, misses to the left. The pressure is definitely not as heavy for Waverly-Shell Rock. And Austin, in some ways, that maybe helps you to be more carefree on offense, even if you will.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. Is it just looks like the offense is coming a little bit easier for the Go Hawks right now. As Warner takes the ball, puts a nicely weighted ball into...
that was Lizzie Newman.
Yep.
But Lindsay Overman was the one that cleared out. Dutch want to go quick. Off the throw-in. That one kicked in the middle of nowhere and cleared back out by Maya Behrens, the freshman.
The other thing I want to say, Blake, too, is if Pella could get some possession inside the box there with him already calling that one penalty shot already, the propensity to have him offset that one is going to be strong there as well. So we know that he's not afraid to call for that penalty shot. If Pella can get some possession inside that box and look for some contact down there, it might be something that could work for him as well.
Yeah. .25 minutes to go. Don't forget a break at halfway here with 20 minutes to go for hydration. Basically an extra timeout, if you will. That one knocked downfield and out. Waverly-Shell Rock gives it back to the Dutch. Over there on that far touch line, back and forth. Don't forget, coming up after this one, our Class 3A semifinal. The Waukee Northwest Wolves taking on the Valley Tigers.
Gonna be another big battle there.
Yeah, it is. Very good team, Waukee Northwest is. Valley got the win over Pleasant Valley. This one kicked back to the middle. Warner trying to go after it. Up ahead, this is Newman. Back to Heitbrink. Heitbrink back over, and this is Kaylee Van Polen. It runs out, and it'll be Waverly-Shell Rock ball. There's a lot of speed on the defensive end for Waverly-Shell Rock. I think that's what I'm really noticing. Warner can do a lot with her feet, but I don't think she can outrun anybody with how it's worked out.
I think that's exactly right, Blake. They're able to run with their step for step. She's a strong player, and with positioning-wise, she usually is in the best position that she can be out there. So lots of time that ends up being a win for her. And that's how she's been able to get some separation on some of those 50-50 balls that she's taken.
Absolutely. Long kick tried to be picked up. Nice job by Annika Ott.
Number 23, Allie Seegers into the match for the Go Hawks.
Seegers is in now for Waverly-Shell Rock. Addie Ott works her way to the middle. Good numbers here for Waverly-Shell Rock. Back and forth in the middle of the pitch. Knocked ahead. Chasing after it is Amelia Aubin. Aubin turns and kicks it out. Pella ball. 22:48 to go here in the half. A couple more substitutions.
Into the match for the Dutch, number 5, Sarah Hartman.
Yeah, a ton of substitutions. I think just in the second half, it's definitely gone.
Well, and I guess somewhat of a plus, we're getting more cloud cover this game. I think we had none in that first game. Annika Ott, one-on-one, coming here to the corner. It's kicked out last second and cleared by Mia Warner. Waverly-Shell Rock ball. A lot of good motivation from everyone on the crowd. Again, great fan attendance here by both teams. On both sides, both Pella and Waverly-Shell Rock. Waverly-Shell Rock here on the left side of our screen. Pella on the right. That one misses on a cleared attempt to get upfield by Van Zee. And the Go Hawks get a throw in. Closing in on your hydration break, centered in the middle. Heitbrink's there to kick it back out, and chasing after it is Mia Englund. Back to the middle. 1-on-3. Warner couldn't get there in time.
For the Go Hawks.
Dutch staying patient here. Waverly-Shell Rock also doing the same, and getting around the corner is Seegers. Upfield, good spot here for Kent. Stromberg waiting there in the middle. We know what she can do with the ball at her feet. Kent knocked back away. Or Eliza Van Zee can't catch a break. Every time the ball hits her legs, it goes out.
I think we were so focused on Annika Ott that first couple of minutes there that just kind of forgot about Stromberg here, but she's just a strong player.
Yeah, she does.
She's really made an impact here. She gets the ball right to her foot here, takes a shot.
Left leg right off the crossbar. Goes right back to her. She had a good chance. She'll try again with the left leg, and Van Houweling hops on top of it. It looks easy, but it's not easy. All these players make it look easy, so good at what they do. Van Houweling hops back on top of it with 20:08 to go. She'll kick this one back out. That penalty kick looks like or penalty shot, I should say, might be the difference maker in this one. We'll have to see. Still a while to go, but that was the game changer in this one. Warner on the near line. Should go back to the middle. Heitbrink just missed. Lexi Bryan's over there, and Claire Smock, or Lizzie Newman, chases after it. Newman turns, picked up in the middle by Addie Ott. Shot on goal misses just to the right. And there's your break. We're 20 minutes down, hydration break. We'll be back in a few minutes. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts, providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament. Hey fans, Central College has you covered with career-building programs. And with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships available, it's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. 1-0. Waverly-Shell Rock on top of the Pella Dutch, 19:26 remaining here in this second half. Blake Walker, Austin Oliver with you here. A shot and goal off a penalty shot is where we're at. That's how the GoHawks got their lead. It was a little bit of an interesting call to get there, but the official thought that the penalty occurred in the box, thus giving them the penalty shot. And the Dutch got work to do here, but it feels like they're there. I mean, both teams have figured it out here. The GoHawks have been a little bit better on offense ever since they scored. But we'll see how everything shakes out here with under 20 minutes to go.
So we're starting off with a goal kick here. Is that where we ended?
Yes. Couldn't remember.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Got a
The
goal
ball
kick
was just
here
kind of
by
laying in the
Egina.
middle of the field here, so I wasn't sure exactly what it was. Yes, looks like we'll have a goal kick here to put the ball back into play. Egina, goal keep putting it into play.
So off, back and running in the second half here. Like we talked about, ever since that goal, the GoHawk defense has played a little bit more free. Doesn't seem like they're as worried on offense. They're definitely still methodical, but they're taking a couple more risks. And obviously it's not going to hurt them anyway, so doing all they can here. GoHawks trying to go back to the state championship game for the second straight year. Actually, they've been there quite a bit in the last couple seasons. As this one's knocked down the side. Here comes Ott. Ott tries to turn on it. It's centered. And kicked back outside.
I think that was Stromberg that made that attack. I've noticed her with her two different color shoes there. Is a pretty good indicator which one she is. They're hard to tell sometimes.
So since 2018, Waverly-Shell Rock is going for their fifth straight state title appearance. They lost to Lewis Central in 2018, lost to Xavier in 2019. beat Dallas Center Grimes in 2021, then lost to Dallas Center Grimes in 2022. So you're looking at a possible three-peat in terms of the same championship game 3 years in a row. But it's like we talked about at the beginning of the program. It's just the fact that they're getting there is more impressive.
Yeah, Stromberg tries to take that ball down to the corner to do a little bit of time wasting before she decided to try to take it up the baseline and ends up running it out of bounds.
Well, and talk about that, Austin, because people don't think of milking clock in soccer, but it definitely happens.
Absolutely. You'll start to see the throw-ins take a little bit longer. You'll start to see the
kicks
goalkeeper.
To just nowhere.
Yep.
I mean,
the goalkeeper will take their time. Anytime that they get the ball, they'll fall down onto the ball. And then the offensive players, instead of actually making attempts to take it to the goal, will take it down into the corner and play kind of like a keep away from their defender and using a boxing out technique with the corner.
It's not like hockey where there's an icing call if you kick it ahead or knock it ahead. No icing, obviously, here in soccer. So don't have to worry about that. You can just waste time and let the clock tick out here.
Launch it far away from your goal as you can.
16:56 to go here in this one. Dutch starting to put together a little bit of offense here. This is Lizzie Newman. Newman turns on it upfield. A little too long, though, intended for Taylor Semini. Out of bounds, though. Pella will throw in.
She just had her way running through that Go Hawk defense there, put a couple girls on the ground, and kept control of the balls and sent it to the far side.
Pella trying to get a good shot. Lexi Bryan got it blocked. She'll go back to the middle. Claire Smock, shot on goal, misses to the left.
And there was a touch on that deflection, so it'll be a corner kick for the Dutch. I think our first corner kick for the Dutch.
Yes. Kruger Seeds corner kick on the way for the Dutch. Take a look at the replay here.
Off that deflection, and they centered that ball up. It took that quick shot, and it must have just grazed a foot of that defender.
Must have. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service. Eliza Van Zee, the senior, with a chance to put this thing in for the Dutch. Corner kick on the way. It's a low liner, and it bounces in front. It's knocked right back out, and another corner kick is on the way as Adiot cleared that one. I'm sure Eliza would love this one after that penalty earlier.
Yeah, definitely needs to get some air underneath that ball, and instead of that line drive, we'll see if she does better the second time. Much better ball, dangerous spot.
Warner heads, another header. Warner goes in, can't do it, cleared up and out. Headers all over the place, and it's eventually cleared out. Somebody took a hard hit down there for Waverly-Shell Rock and hopped right back up. Good defense, everybody getting on their feet a little bit, trying to give a little bit of motivation to their crew. Good stoppage there, and Newman can't save it as Waverly-Shell Rock will get a throw in.
Well, a couple moments of chaos there inside the box as the goalkeeper was trying to get a touch on the ball. Everybody else was trying to get a foot on the ball, and people flying around everywhere. There was one of the Waverly-Shell Rock gals did go down pretty hard, but nothing was called, and they played on.
Well, Abby Warner came flying in. I thought maybe she'd get contact on it, and just couldn't quite get there. Under 15 to go. Waverly-Shell Rock leads. Trying to hang on here and advance to their 5th straight Class 2A championship game. Long kick downfield. Good header up front. I think the Dutch are getting a little bit more aggressive here. Good kick out by Holmquist. It stays in. And last touched upfield. Good catch of a break by Waverly-Shell Rock.
Tell you what, the grass is just long enough to stay in on some of those situations where the ball kind of settles down. It's definitely dying on the sidelines for sure, which is pretty unique situation when a lot of these girls are playing on turf over the course of the season as well, so it's a little bit of a different animal.
Yeah, that is a good point. Pella plays on turf, I know for sure. I guarantee Waverly-Shell Rock does, because most of the time you're playing on your team's football stadium.
Absolutely.
Two very good football programs. Pella, last couple years, has not been as good as they've been, but Waverly-Shell Rock definitely very good. There's a shot that goes a little bit to the left, and Egina hops on top of it.
But the pressure is mounting.
Yeah, it is. Pella knows it's go time for good reason. Dallas Center Grimes, last time I checked, was still up 1-0 over North Scott. It still is 1-0. This one cleared out and away by Lindsay Overman. Newman chasing after it to the far corner. What's she do with it? She'll center, and a corner kick is on the way for the Pella Dutch. His third time the charm.
Yep, they're gonna get better and better at it each time she puts that ball in there. She's gonna learn a little bit about how it hangs up in the air. So, like you said, third time could be a charm here and putting a dangerous ball. The second one was very, very dangerous. So, they would love to see another moment of chaos inside the box, inside that goalie box. Even it was deep in there when it was bouncing around.
Eliza Van Zee in the corner. Shot on the way. Header misses, knocked in the air. Back up by Newman, and it's too far out and away. Sydney Bieneman got up in there and was the first to make contact with it for Waverly-Shell Rock, and another great defensive set. It's not easy to score against Waverly-Shell Rock. There's a reason they've only given up 2 goals in 1 season. And they both came in the same game. I wonder if Pella coaches maybe, I mean, they're in the same conference, you know each other. I wonder if they didn't chat with Norwalk and be like, so what did you do exactly to get a score against this team? 2 scores, let alone. $11:39 to go in this one.
Well, and you look at where that just happened at in the season with that last game. Could it have been just
saving your
starters? Maybe I'm not sure.
It's possible.
Yeah, because the goals against Egina in the stats here was only giving up 1 goal, and there were 2 goals given up in that game. So maybe.
Well, and that late they usually set seedings already by
absolutely
2 weeks left. So, no, yeah, that's definitely talked about. No undefeated teams here at the state tournament in either classes, which usually you don't see. I mean, I feel like a lot of the times a team will at least have 1 loss across the board. It's hard to go a full season and not lose.
Well, I think the other thing that's happened in the last few years that's kind of unique is they've started to play outside of the state of Iowa as well, trying to get some competition where if, they may, we have some teams always going over to Illinois, I think, for a tournament of champions. Yeah, and a couple Nebraska teams.
Which, for some teams, like the eastern and western sides, they don't have as high of competition, so that's how they get their competition. They go across the border and take on bigger schools. And obviously, from our side, we don't know usually how good those schools are, but they're tough. You see that in basketball and a couple others. Waverly-Shell Rock starting to work their way down the field here, Austin, with 10:13 to go. Maybe trying to put the bow on this one with a score.
See, this will be a good example of Stromberg taking that ball and just keeping possession over there in that corner. If she can waste 15, 20 seconds and potentially get a goal kick or sometimes even a corner kick out of that, she's going to definitely do so.
Goal kick upcoming here for Van Howling. Buckle up, it's going to be a long 10 minutes here as the Dutch try to close this thing in and tie it back up. But the Go Hawks want to close the door. Annika Ott races to the far touchline. She cuts back in. Couple moves and just misses. Overplayed it, goal kick upcoming. I wouldn't say too fancy, she played it pretty well. Van Howling will kick this one back out for the Dutch. Championship game tomorrow at 3 o'clock. You can catch it on Iowa Public Television. That will be over on Field 6, so that will be on the other field. The boys' state championships will be taking place on this field tomorrow. There's a tough collision there by Warner and Addie Ott. Semini upfield to Warner. What can Warner do? She had a couple good shot on goal attempts in the first, as we're going to get a foul on Warner.
Yeah, just tried to get around her and ended up pulling on the shirt or on the hip on the far side and got caught.
Just enough of a play. And a free kick up coming for Waverly-Shell Rock. Abby didn't like it. But I know what you're talking about. She kind of pulled that shoulder around, said, let me try to get around you.
Kind of like the hook that you see sometimes in basketball that they do on some of the drives.
Annika Ott with it here in the corner. She's doubled. Trying to get around it. Kicked out. Throw in here for the Go Hawks. 7:43 to go.
That's a good example right there between Stromberg, a senior, and a freshman, Annika Ott. As Stromberg is consecutively taking that ball to the corner and fought off, and then Ott gets that ball down there, and what is it going through her head? She's like, I need to get across. I need to get a ball on the frame here. And it's a little bit two different mentalities. I think if we see the ball thrown in here and see if Stromberg gets it, see what she decides to do, if she takes it to the corner or if she tries to get offensive with the ball.
They go center and cleared up and out by Mia Warner. Yeah, don't tell Annika Ott that the game is 1-0 because she's playing like it's 0-0.
Absolutely.
She wants that goal to try to put this thing away for good. We're under 7 to go. Van Howling slides and picks that one up. Van Howling, a senior for the Dutch, has had a wonderful season. Trying to help her team get on top here. Really has played a great game. That penalty shot was really all that's happened, and she still made the right call there, just a little bit behind it. Upfield to Warner. If I'm the Go Hawks, I have a target circled on Abby Warner in these last 10 minutes. Warner hits the ground. They'll go back to the center. Cleared out to Eliza Van Zee. Missed kick there. Everybody's whiffing on a couple kicks. In the middle, Newman. Warner turns, got blocked. Couple more chances, kicked out by Overman. Davidson's back to clean up. Go Hawks doing a good job just clearing whenever they can. Up ahead. Samini with it there. They try to turn again. Go Hawks jumping in front of every single opportunity Pella gets, and now it's going back the other way. What a job by Waverly-Shell Rock.
Some good possession deep in the offensive territory for the Dutch there. It's trying to get them just anything that they can get to try to either draw a foul in there to get something going in the direction or get a shot on goal as both teams go high there. Be a foul on the Dutch.
Well, and for Waverly-Shell Rock, you're just doing whatever you can, but for Pella, the wind almost just slips out of your sails if that ball goes back the other way. You're under 5 to go. You're running out of time. Got to do anything you can here.
I think for Pella, when that happens, you just got to reset and start to get it back up the field again and see what Stromberg does with the ball this time. Smart play by her as a senior. Been here before, done that.
Yeah. She's been to the title game all 3 of her years at high school. Trying to make it 4. Pella gets it back with 4:15 to go. An opportunity for the Dutch. Crowd trying to get up behind them. They got another chance to go. Out of bounds. It will be Pella. They want the ball to show up. Everybody was calling for it.
Nice move there by Warner. Keeps it in bounds.
Warner centering herself. Trying to get a corner. She kicks it high and wide and long. I think she just missed it, what she was trying to do. .337 to go. Clock is now stopping. Oh, substitution. I also think scoreboard's maybe trying to help him out a little bit. Agana will be the one to kick out here.
9, Gracie Aben. And number 15, Annika Hott.
Dutch are maybe going to get one or two more chances. Long kick downfield. Quick header backed up. Agana will chase after it. She will pick it up. That'll be a goal kick.
And she's smartly going to take her time adjusting her shin guards before she takes the kick to put it back into play. Want to make sure everything's exactly the way she wants it.
Taking her time. Newman fighting for it. Claire Smock over there as well. Centers to Warner. Back in the middle.
You'd think the whole Go Hawk team would converge on Warner as soon as she touches that ball at the top of the key. But they are staying to their standards and just playing her straight up, it looks like to me.
Out of bounds. Lexi Bryan will throw in. 2:40 to go. Around the corner. Up in the air. How about the job by Waverly-Shell Rock's D-line? All of the players except one are up here in the corner, and now a Kruger Seeds corner kick on the way for Eliza Van Zee. She's had a couple here. Can she get it here?
Mia Warner, the center back, sends everybody up to the box. Ian Van Houweling is pretty far out here too.
Kick on the way, just misses. Waverly-Shell Rock almost headed that in for Pella on an own goal, and it'll be a goal kick with 2 minutes to go. Getting down to it. What do you got left in the tank? You gotta think fatigue's getting up there for both teams as we close in on the end. Good clear out by Addie Jewell.
Pella's getting opportunities here, so they've had the ball several times down here in some dangerous spots. Just at that minute 30, just under a minute 30 left, it's going to have to take something extraordinary here to get this game tied up here late in the game.
Yeah, rolls out, 1:20 to go. Waverly-Shell Rock has it here. And the Go Hawk fans can smell it as we close in on the end of this one. The game changed on the penalty, and the penalty shot up and good by Anna Stromberg. And we kind of knew that was probably how it was going to be. It was going to have to either be a penalty kick or something, or else it looked like we were going to go to overtime again. But it has just been played well by the Go Hawks, and with 45 seconds to go, they're taking their time here. Just kind of letting them do whatever they want to do here. But a well put together strategy overall. And Abby Warner had her chances, just never could get a chance. She had a couple good early looks, and then the Go Hawks kind of clamped down on her as they'll take their time here. And Waverly-Shell Rock will throw in. 9 seconds to go. This one's going to go back the other way. A quick header by Addie Ott. And for the 5th straight year, Waverly-Shell Rock is on to the Class 2A title game. Final score 1-0. The Go Hawks have a chance to go back where they lost to Dallas Center Grimes last season. Will it be another Waverly-Shell Rock DCG final? DCG is a couple minutes away from capturing a win over North Scott, it looks like over there, so we could have a 3rd straight year of the same Waverly-Shell Rock DCG title game. Same score as when they met earlier this season. Waverly-Shell Rock defeated Pella 1-0. It was the penalty shot that was the end-all, be-all of this game. What a game it was.
Great game. I mean, elements were rough today, but both teams played hard. I don't think the Pella Dutch have anything to hang their head about. They played a solid game. Just a very technical Waverly-Shell Rock Go Hawks team. Played really well. A lot of heart with the Dutch as well. Fun game to watch today, Blake.
We will send it down to our PA announcer as Waverly-Shell Rock will move on.
Please direct your attention to the field for the awards presentation. In addition to receiving medallions, every player will receive a commemorative soccer ball and bag tag provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the Girls Union are Gene Berger and Gary Ross. Congratulations to head coach Mark Howard and the Dutch from Pella on an outstanding 2023 soccer season. Go Hawk fans, Caitlin Agana advances your team to the Class 2A championship game where they will face either DCG or Love Scott tomorrow, Saturday, June 3rd at 3 p.m. on field number 6. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic,
Well, that will do it for us. Waverly-Shell Rock, the Go Hawks, are going on to the Class 2A title game where they will take on the winner of Dallas Center Grimes and or North Scott. What a game. 1-0. Waverly-Shell Rock defeats the Pella Dutch. They are on to the Class 2A championship game. On behalf of Austin Oliver and our producer Justin and our camera man and woman in Luke and Rachel and all of us here in Des Moines, I'm Blake Walker. Thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2023 Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.